The New South Wales Government will roll out new initiatives to boost state number volunteers. The new measures being considered include an awards scheme and a recognition day for volunteers. Declining numbers over the last decade has caused the push to bring more people into community organisations. Approximately 4.9 million people volunteer their time in New South Wales. The government will outline new volunteer initiatives in the coming weeks. And to speak more about this, we're joined live now by Steve Pearce, CEO of Surf Lifesaving New South Wales. Steve, thanks so much for your time on this Sunday afternoon. Do we need more initiatives to get people volunteering in New South Wales?
Yeah, good afternoon and welcome from Stanwell Park Beach with the crew here on patrol at the moment. And this is just a great example of the volunteers that we do need in New South Wales. So volunteering is the fabric in Australia, and the more people that volunteer, the greater it is for both the community and also the protection of the public. And Surf Lifesaving, we're really fortunate. We've got around 76,000 volunteers, but we could always use more.
How does an organisation like Surf Lifesaving New South Wales attract those volunteers and keep them around?
Yeah, so essentially a lot of it's by word of mouth. We do recruitment campaigns, but it's more so about down at the local communities, because lifesaving is all about local communities, and the lifesavers talk within those communities. People come down to the beach, see a fantastic job that the lifesavers do, and we do get a lot of people wanting to join the movement. But it's just as important to try and retain the people here as well. So as you can see, I've got a lot of young people around me. It's the future of the organisation, and for volunteerism, it's about targeting the youth, but also targeting those people that want to contribute back into the communities.
We appreciate you taking the time while you're on the job doing such important work. Why do you think volunteer numbers have been declining, and can you speak to us about some of the benefits of doing this volunteer work?
Yeah, obviously, with volunteering, it's a lot of people are a lot more time poor than they used to be years ago. So people just don't have the time to be able to commit those long hours to volunteering, and that's why for us and on many other volunteer organisations, we're trying to reimagine how we look and make it a lot more flexible and easy for people to volunteer to come forward. Really, and I can only talk on behalf of Surf Lifesaving, but the benefits, for the people around me is you get taught fantastic life skills. It's a great community hub. You get taught some skills you can use back in the workplace and with your families. And importantly, it just makes you feel part of a team and part of a great culture.
You're on patrol at the moment. What are you expecting this summer?
Yeah, look, this summer we're expecting a really busy summer. Last year, tragically, we had 55 coastal drownings, and that's the largest ever in New South Wales history. This year, we're expecting a bit more warmer weather, but we're expecting a really busy summer. And already listening to the radio up and down the New South Wales coastline, a lot of the volunteers have been performing so many rescues today already. So, we've got a really strong message this summer about when people come down, they really need to come down to where they see us, the red and yellow flags, the volunteers and the lifeguards on duty.
I understand a rock fisherman had to be pulled from the water at Narrabeen on Sydney's northern beaches. Do you have any more information on that rescue?
Yeah, so earlier this morning, we got called to a rock fisherman that was seen floating face down in the water off a location called Turrametta up near Narrabeen. So the Narrabeen lifeguards and the volunteers were all deployed, and we then put airborne our lifesaver rescue helicopter out of La Perouse. And when they got on scene, they saw the gentleman face down in the water. He was wearing a life jacket. The crewmen out of the helicopters were able to winch down into the helicopter, onto the jet ski, and winch the gentleman up off the jet ski from the lifeguard, took him to a nearby area where we met waiting ambulance crews. Now, the team did a magnificent job doing CPR on this gentleman, but really tragically, the gentleman passed away.
It's very sad news. Can you just remind us what we need to be aware of when we're going to the beach this summer?
Yeah, so when you're coming down this summer, the most important thing to remember is you need to come down to a patrolled location. Now, that's a location anywhere where you see the red and yellow flags flying, and you'll see lifeguards and lifesavers like this group here on duty. Now, also, if you're unsure about where a patrolled location is, we have an app called the Beach Safe app. It's at beachsafe.org. You can go on there, you can see which beaches are open, which beaches are patrolled. But it's so important this year that when you're coming down to the beach, it needs to be a patrolled location, because out of those 55 drownings I mentioned earlier, all of those occurred in an unpatrolled location. And as we say on the beach here today with the team, and we even said it this morning, if we can't see you, we can't save you this summer.
Steve Pearce, we'll let you get back to work. We really appreciate you making the time to speak with us here on Weekend Live. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.